हन्तते कथयिष्यामि दिव्या ह्यात्मविभूतयः प्राधान्यतः कुरु श्रेष्ठ नास्त्यन्तो विस्तरस्य मे. So as we have been discussing that Ishvara is not only the intelligence cause, what we call as nimitta karanam, also Ishvara as upadana karanam. So when Arjuna asked this question, that I would like to know both yoga and vibhuti, that too vistarena, in details. And what was the purpose? Even though you have already talked, I remember, but I would like to know bhuyaha kathaya. May you explain it again? Not that I am always a fresh student. I remember everything, but here I am requesting you talk so that I will be able to meditate upon. So that's why we brought this Virata Upasana concept in the last class. And this through Virata Upasana, dwelling upon any aspect of the Vibhuti of the Ishvara, one is able to understand the concept of Parameshwara called Nirguna Brahma iti. So from Saguna Brahma, one starts traveling to Nirguna Brahma. And remember, only understanding Nirguna Brahma gives me moksha, gives me freedom, gives me liberation. Close the door. So that's why one is supposed to be little bit careful in this regard, because it is only the understanding gives me freedom, because there is nothing called getting freedom. So when this is the concept is there, but being noise, nothing much can be done. So we have to go along with them today. Yesterday I managed, but today I cannot. Now he says, look, hantate kathaishyam divya hyatma vibhudaya. So the Lord starts replying. So the reply, when he starts, look, hanta, well, I need to talk, no problem. Of whom to talk? You are Kuru Srestha. So when you are Kuru Srestha, in short Arjuna, so you are best among all the Kauravas. So you will be shocked to know, this is the contextual you need to understand. That's why the background makes a big difference in life. People, especially in India, and of course, the so-called pseudo intellectuals, India all over, we call them leftist thinking. And most of the leftist thinking people are rebellious. It's very unfortunate to talk this point. And you will see a lot of dichotomy in their talk, in their life, in their living. In fact, only dichotomy, nothing else. Just observe. How? But superficially, they are different. Coming back to the point here. This pseudo intellectuals, they think that the understanding of the Lord is not required. We need to understand consciousness principle. You understand? It doesn't work. So why I am highlighting here the background I am giving, that's why I stretch. Already there is conflict, and because of the conflict, the Mahabharata war started. So what is the conflict? Even though Arjuna is part of Kuruvamsa, the lineage of Kuru called Kaurava, but one group claimed that we are exclusively Kauravas, Duryodhana party, okay? And you people called Pandavas because you are son of what? Pandu. Had they said, look, we are son of Dhritarashtra, we belong to what? Dhritarashtra. Had they said that we are Dhritarashtra, then we didn't have any problem at all. But very cunningly, this is called cunning approach. Cunningly, they wanted to hijack the lineage, that we are the proper lineage only comes through us. We are Kauravas. You people are belongs to Pandava, son of Pandu. Now there will be some type of conflict in Arjuna. Now that conflict is being addressed here because he has asked for meditation purpose. I would like to know in details your Vibhuti, so that I can do Virata Upasana. I can do meditation on any form that is convenient, suitable for me to resolve my mind psychologically, if you want to say, so that I will prepare my mind for Nirguna Brahma understanding. Now one of the most psychological aspect will be what? Hidden, that I am being rejected. We all are being rejected. That we don't belong to Kuru family, Kuru lineage, but we are called Pandavas. So he addresses straight away, O Kuru Sreshta. The best among the Kurus means you belong to Kuru lineage. Can you see this thing? Once this thing happens, then automatically your mind calms down. Some type of acceptance happens. That is how when Shraddha is there, when a person says something, you, like we say very nicely, in the summer, when the first rain comes, how it, calms down the earth. Or else what will happen? If you don't have Shraddha, a raindrop becomes like any other raindrop, maybe another rainy season raindrop, okay? Oh God, again rain comes. So that's why when he says, O Kuru Sreshta, that means you don't have to worry, you have taken care. So your psychological aspect also is being taken care. Now when this thing happens, now he says, look, Antaha, well, I need to talk to you, definitely. Kathaishyami te, to you, I am going to talk. I shall tell you, I am going to explain you. And what is that? He says, look, pradhanyataha, and that too, divyaha atma vibhutayaha, mainly, predominantly, whatever is really required, pradhanyataha, in essence. So those things I am going to talk. And what are they? Atma vibhutayaha, that which is divya, the glories of mine, that which is divine. Because what is divinity? A divinity means nothing. We have discussed many times. Divinity is called expansion. If there is restriction, it is not divinity. The more you expand yourself, not physically, okay? Don't expand yourself physically, okay? eating, and you start expanding yourself, okay? Don't do that. Or greedy, that is also another type of expansion, okay? Not this sort of expansion we are talking. We are talking understanding, the expansion of your understanding. So here, this divinity is connected to the totality. That's why he says, look, Astina anta, there is no limit to it. Te bistarasya, me bistarasya, to my manifestation. So, if there is no limit to my manifestation, because why? I am limitless. So, me being limitless, definitely my vibhuti description or the describing my vibhuti also will be what? Is not that easy. It will keep continuing. That's why we say in short, whatever is spotted by your eyes first, look at that as Ishvara. Whether it's good or bad. That's why this Virata Upasaka does not look for a temple, does not look for anything to relate with Ishvara. Swamiji, finally you came to the point, okay? That's why I don't want this God, dog, you understand? I remember one fellow, he is still alive, okay? He will say, Swami, this God and other things is not right. It's not my cup of tea. I said, whatever. With lamp I am okay. In fact, I should send this video clip to this fellow. So, there is one, some social media, one child is doing puja, because some, they are making mockeries of the children just to have hits. So, he is doing puja, no? Like getting angry, throwing the flowers, doing this thing, okay? Then this fellow, I don't know where from he got the clip and said, look, Swamiji, when you asked me to do the first puja in Chennai, this was my state of my mind. Anyway, coming back. So here, a Virata Upasaka does not need a given form or a specific form or specific place to relate with Ishvara. Because for that person, anything and everything is Ishvara. Can you see this point? And when anything and everything is Ishvara, then what is wrong in relating where there is more convenient? There is nothing wrong in it. But if your mind logic says, no, anything and everything is Ishvara, I cannot relate. That means something is basically wrong with you, your thinking. However, while discussing this thing says that I need to discuss Divyaha Atma Vibhutaya Kathaishyami iti. Because these are something very extraordinary things only I can talk. And nothing wrong in it. Let me also talk. That's why we have to be little careful from next verse onwards. Let us read. Aham Atma Gudakesha Sarvabhuta Sayastita Aham Adisya Madhyancha Bhutanamanta Evacha. So, if we look at very carefully, this list of vibhuti starts from verse number 20, from this verse, up to verse number 38. So a list is going to continue. And how? Also we need to very carefully we need to look at. As you know, the teaching always starts from known to unknown. Whereas here, when you are talking about vibhuti, he takes another approach here. From highest order of reality to lowest order of reality. This is how the description is going to come. How? If you want to remember in a shortest way, first he is going to talk the Chitrupa. But these are the, to remember technically. Chidrupa, the concept of Chid means the consciousness aspect. Then it will conclude with Sadrupa. Sadrupa means the existence. So the Ishvaraha, that is a conscious, the highest order. If you want to, a physics students, you can say, from energy to matter, okay? So all this technology, terminology, so people, wow, Swamiji also knows science, okay? And if people look at that only. However, so here Lord Krishna starts beautifully, O Gudakesha. So one of the name of Arjuna is called Gudakesha. So Gudakaha Ishaha Gudakesha. What is Gudaka? Gudaka means Tamoguna Nidra iti. The one who has got sluggish mind, lazy mind, postponing mind, procrastinating mind. Like we have a beautiful creature and it's very, very poisonous, but never bites anybody. So it seems, says there, no, tomorrow I will bite. Tomorrow I will bite. And tomorrow never comes. And we escape. You must have seen. It's very funny color. Oof. And the poison is so strong. If that fellow bites, it's very difficult. They say if it bites, it's much more poisonous than the snake, including cobra. That bad. But available everywhere. And when he sees you, just runs. Because always procrastinates. Thank God, okay? God is kind in this regard, okay? But a person who is Gudakaha, predominantly whose mind is what? Tamoguna pradhanaha. And here Lord Krishna says, you are Gudakesha, Ishaha, the master of what? Your tamoguna. That means your tamoguna does not take over you. You are not under the spell of tamoguna. That means you are a disciplined person. You are a receptive person. Means you are sattva pradhana. So predominantly sattva guna is there, and secondary is what? Rajoguna. That's why we'll be telling later on, among Naras, Arjuna. Among all the human beings, you stand for Arjuna. You are not an ordinary person. That is Vibhuti comes. However, coming to this point that, O Gudakesha, that means, again, the teacher tries to highlight here. Hey, look, I am talking to you because you are prepared to listen to it. Because you are prepared to listen to it, that's why what happens? I am talking it properly. So that's why you have to understand it. So please try to see this point, that when a person is not prepared, that is the most important aspect. When a person is not prepared. So what is the preparedness? Preparedness shows the consistency in person. Please understand. I am always prepared, not that I am not prepared. But if there is no consistency, is that called preparedness? If I fluctuate, just imagine, I am taking class. If there is no consistency in my teaching, in my classes, will you like it? Unless you are another idiot, okay? Of course, if you are idiot, of course you will love this idiot's speech. And that is how many people love. So coming back to the point, The consistency is the most important aspect of my growth. So whether I am emotionally matured or not, that completely shows this consistency. And I'll tell you, this is what I observe people. Don't misunderstand me. You know, I move with many of you or all of you. I notice, I observe everybody, every actions. Sometimes you want to change me rather than to help me. You understand the concept? Like starting with my room, just I am trying to highlight, okay? Sometimes I go crazy, to be very honest. Instead of understanding that what I have here, what you will do? You will adjust or you will do the way you want. Then I have to adjust with you. Then somebody will have to adjust another person. You understand? Whole life adjustment with others. Nothing wrong in it. Then have you come to improve yourself or have you come me to adjust with you? Because this shows very clearly, that's why I'm taking it, this Gudakesha. This shows your Tama Pradhana or Raja Pradhana. So when you are predominant with Tama Guna, whether you like it or not, you will impose others to function the way you want. It's like, when you are sleeping in the morning, what you do? Starting with the poor alarm, okay? That fellow rings. You understand? Keep quiet 5 more minutes. And they know that's why they have made snooze. Not to disturb you, not to be beaten by you in the morning. And later on, if anybody says, give me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, how do you impose without your knowledge? Same thing also when Rajaguna is Pradhana. At least in Rajaguna Pradhana time, you do something, okay? Your action imposes, but not you as such. But here, you only imposes. Doing nothing, only criticizing, pointing out, finding out, blah, blah, blah. So that's why here is being said that, O Gudakeshaha, aham atma iti. So I am the atma, I am the self. So when I am self, where do I reside? He says, look, sarva bhutasayastita. I too resides in the heart of all beings. And not only that, aham adicha. And remember, I am the beginning. I am the cause of everything without having cause. That's why very nicely we have in Archana when we do it, one of the God name is called Adiswaraya Namaha, Anadiswaraya Namaha. So who, sometimes also we say, who is the Ishwaraha? Anishwaraya Namaha also. Who is Ishwaraha, God, and also who does not have Ishwaraha. And who is the cause and who does not have cause. So in the Archana, every name is Vedanta, remember. And they'll say, oh, these are the glorious things to know. It's not like, creating glory. In fact, a few days back I saw, this is called, destruction of people. Suddenly I saw, somebody has written some Ashtakam about a Swami. So, I do not know why I say, look, I try to look at. My mind became curious how the Ashtakam is being written. Ashtakam means 8 verses in Sanskrit. The first verse, it's very nice to read. Sounds are fantastic because the person has picked up from words here and there, joined it, nothing else. Like we call Bollywood remix movie. In India, after so-called independence till now, only called remix movies. There is nothing called creativity. And they are called, best directors. However. And it was self-contradicting. The verse was, I could not tolerate it. I said, the concept was not right. But many people liked, wow, so nice. Oh, this Guru was so nice, blah, blah, blah. Hey, come up far. You have to say this much, okay? There, nothing else, okay? However, now when this thing comes, what you need to do here is, he says, look, aham adicha. I am the beginning. Not only I am Adi, Madhyacha. In the middle, we'll see in details in the next class. And Evacha Anta Bhutanam. As well as I am the end of all the beings. So what it wants to communicate? Me being, O Arjuna, me being the self, residing in the heart of all beings. I am the beginning, I am the middle, and of course, I am as well as in the end of, as the end of all beings. So here, Lord Krishna wants to highlight Aham Chidrupa Ityartha. I am in the form of consciousness. So because I am in the form of consciousness, that means my Vibhuti, the Chaitanyam, please understand, is the fundamental glory. That's why we say very nicely, this is what I started, when your eye spots anything, that is called Ishvara. So I can see that, I can spot that which is shining, which is bright. That brightness shining aspect is nothing but called Chaitanya. Is it clear? So that's why when this Chaitanya is being understood, that's why in our culture especially, the names are always connected, like we have different name called Chaitanya. To make one understand or remind one's own self, you are primarily Chit Swarupa, and of course, secondarily, you have your body mind complex. Okay? Because if you do not accept this, definitely there is big misunderstanding in you. So once you understand that I am Chaitanya Swarupa or Chidrupa, that's why what happens? You will see that all other things are secondary. That's why if you look at, read, whether it is Vishnu Sahasranama, Lalita Sahasranama, Durga Sahasranama, now Durga Sahasranama going on. If you read any Sahasranama, everywhere Chit Swarupaha, Chidrupaha, it has to come. There is no choice. Because without this Chitrupaha, Chaitanya Swarupaha, the God, the Ishvaraha is not complete either. More of it we'll see tomorrow. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.